Bulc, distinguished speakers and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and a very, very warm welcome on what was a very, very sunny day. I love that, you're nodding in a very, yes, I'm right, aren't I? To the European Mobility Week Awards 2018, and of course, the 7th SUMP Award. And these are co-hosted by the European Commission, Directorates General for Mobility and Transport, and for the Environment. Now, first of all, who knows me already? The Commissioner surely does. She's like, oh, her again. Yeah, okay. Well, my name is Katrina Sickle, and I'm going to be your hostess just for the next hour, but actually, I am the presenter for a record 7 years running, okay? Yeah, quand même, hein? So I'm very grateful, genuinely, to the Commission for asking me back. And can you believe I first hosted these awards 7 years ago when I was just 16? Amazing, isn't it? Yeah, look at me now. Who'd have thought? But I have to tell you, genuinely, these are my favorite awards because every single year the vibe is the same. It's one of excitement and passion and absolute joy. And that is always a privilege and a delight to be around that, not least for a Brit this week. I've got to say, I need a bit of happiness. And also, I think, for the EU in what is a very, very important year. So this year's edition promises to be run as seamlessly as the previous year because I have, where are you? I have an assistant. I do. Edgar. Edgar, come on. Out you come. You might need a bit of applause. A bit of applause. It's Edgar. Come on. Come on. Oh, Edgar, come. Now. Come. Oh. Now, Edgar has had a bit of a hard day. Have you had a bit of a hard day? He was kidnapped. Yeah, all right. He was kidnapped, but he's been found. There is a silver lining. He's been found and he is amongst us, okay? So he's going to be terribly efficient. I feel like you ought to give him just another big round of applause. He's had a very, very hard time today. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Now, are you going to be my fabulous assistant like you were last year? Okay, should we do a test? Should we see how efficient you are? Hang on a second. Stay with me, Edgar. I'm going over here. Posh dresses, they don't have pockets, you see. Now, I'm going to ask Edgar to please tweet using #MobilityWeek, all right? So that's for you, my lovely. You take that. You see the problem? You see the problem? Okay, all right. Okay, Edgar will not tweet. No tweeting. However, I'm going to put my phone on silent. Can I please ask you all to put your phones on silent? Yeah, there's people reaching for their phones. You see, you didn't think, did you? That gag actually works because you're putting your phone on silent. Can you please make up for Edgar's slight difficulty with his fat fingers and make sure that you tweet throughout the evening, #MobilityWeek. Please do, especially when we're going to hear who the winners are. So Edgar, you can now go off into the wings, take a deep breath, get yourself together for the rest of the ceremony. You can give him a round of applause as he leaves, please. Thank you very, very much. Off you go, Edgar. Thank you very much. Now, before we even find out who those winners are, I need somebody to help me very ably set the scene for this evening, and that person is, of course, Commissioner Bulc. Can I ask you to kindly join me, please? Thank you. Please give her a very warm round of applause. Hello. We have shared a stage several times, but not this one. Have you been on this one before?
Yes.
Oh, you have? I have not been on this stage before. But because I have a captive commissioner, as I call it, I'm allowed to ask a couple of questions.
Yes.
The first one is about the theme for 2018, which is multimodality. So why multimodality? And what are these good cities doing that's particularly fabulous around that?
Well, the audience is just a good proof for it, isn't it? Multimodality was the theme of 2018, and we realized that it's a very, very engaging, but also important topic for a couple of reasons. First of all, is that we have invested so much in all kinds of different transport modes, and they're not connected, so they cannot deliver on synergies among them, and they cannot really deliver on the needs of people and businesses from point-to-point connectivity. So we decided to give it a try and to put investments and cooperation efforts in order to bring all these modes together, to be able to capitalize on them, especially in the spirit of decarbonization, because there are certain modes that, of course, deliver much better and more successfully than others. And guess which part is especially exciting? Is the first and last mile. And, of course, bikes are perfect transport mode to be used for that. Okay, joined together with walking, but I think our audience today just proves it that walking and biking together is the perfect solution for the last mile. So we will continue to do so. We'll continue to push for this multimodality, and let's hope that we take congestions away from especially city centers and those busy city streets. And I'm sure you will help me in order to prove that with a smart, clean, and inclusive mobility that is also safe and secure, of course, we can deliver really on the people's needs. And then the mobility as a service will really become a reality. Thank you.
And a good service. And tell me, you said, you know, these good people, are you a keen walker and cycler yourself? Are you a keen biker? Do you cycle?
Yes.
Yeah?
I hike a lot and I cycle, not in Brussels, not yet, even though I know that my Belgian colleagues always are angry when I say that. Okay. But at home in Ljubljana, bike is my transport mode.
Okay. And so, actually, I have to confess, I love cycling. The point is, I wouldn't dare cycle in Brussels. I just, no way. But okay.
Well, let's give them a credit. They are trying now, and they are improving.
Oh, not in terms of the bike, just in terms of the car drivers. They terrify me. But I do want to ask, because that leads me very nicely, obviously, to the next question, which is the whole social biking. Why are you particularly promoting that this year, that word social biking?
Well, you see, it started almost, not as a joke, but it's a bit of a challenge within the Commission. Okay. And we started to compete, different DGs, different portfolios, who does more biking kilometers. And I was last year participating, and it's really exciting, and it's really bringing people together. So it has a social dimension, it has a very healthy dimension, but it also has a very strong message to all mayors and all transport ministers that they need to take care of the bikers as well, that we need to jointly invest in biking infrastructure. So I'm pretty sure that through the help of Mobility Week and this new exciting competition, we will even more increase the awareness, and I hope that mayors and ministers will hear us. So with your help, join. It's fun, but it's also very useful. Join this competition and bring the awareness of necessary infrastructure investments in capacity for bikers as well and pedestrians along. And I'm sure our cities will look even better and more attractive, and we will have much more fun on the street.
Thank you very much. Well, I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to you. You, of course, have the privilege. You can choose your seat in the sitting room. And, of course, what's really important there, I like that, you said it was a bit of a healthy competition between the directorates general. So all of that peer-to-peer competition is always the best way to get people engaged. Absolutely. So thank you very much for helping set the scene. I now have another lovely person to come and help me set the scene. And that person is the head of cabinet for EU Commissioner Vella. So can I ask you, Mr. Jürgen Müller, to please join me on the stage. Give him a very warm round of applause. Thank you. You can actually go and give Edgar, come forward, give a little wave. He's being very shy today. Give a little wave to the Commissioner, please. No, not that far, that's not your place. Look, a little wave to the Commissioner. That's right. Okay, and a little wave to Mr. Müller here. Okay, now you make it. He has trouble seeing. It was today. It's just something with his eyesight with the kidnapping. It's not gone very well. So there you go. So I have you now, and I have a captive audience, and I have you, and I'd like to ask you just a couple of questions. Different. Cities are doing great. We heard that. They're doing an awful lot, particularly in promoting sustainable urban mobility, but air quality is still a bit of an issue. There's more than, I think, 130 that are in breach of the standards. So anything you can think about to address that, to make it better?
Yes, first of all, I think it's important to remind everyone why do we actually have EU air quality standards. And that is, of course, because in Europe more than 400,000 Europeans die prematurely of the effects of air pollution. And that's, of course, a very serious problem which requires urgent answers from all levels. That's why we have introduced EU air quality standards and limit values to protect our citizens from the dangerous health effects of air pollution. You mentioned it, there is still a number of challenges. A lot of cities do not yet reach the air quality limits that we have set. That's why it requires further urgent action. Of course, we don't leave the cities alone with that problem. We have actually now arrived in the 21st century, but a lot of the pollution that is provoked stems from technologies that are from the 19th century. And I think here is really the need to shift to different ways of moving around, different transport modes. The Commissioner has mentioned it. It needs to be a combination, and also different technologies. And I think here, of course, we also have a lot of European programs to ensure that new technologies arrive on the market that help us make that shift towards cleaner mobility and therefore also cleaner cities for our citizens.
And I know that funding under the next MFF, I mean, there's been a big push for a lot. That was probably the worst thing that could have happened for you there, wasn't it? Okay. It's a lot of funding for R&D, R&I, so I know that is something that's really, really important for the EU. Let me just switch to something completely and ask about stories. This is critical. We were talking about engaging people. One of the ways is to get stories out there. We will hear a few great stories tonight, but any tips, again, on how do we get more of those sort of out there, to engage people, to come on side? How do we spread the word?
Yes, indeed. I think there's a lot of good stories and good solutions out there. The problem is to get them out everywhere in Europe to benefit from these good solutions. And I think if people think about the European Commission, it's mainly because we make legislative proposals and we try to create legislation, but we are also very keen to actually encourage promotion of best practices and bring people together to exchange solutions and to exchange best practices. Sure. And I think that's a key objective of our awards. And we don't even have only the mobility awards that we have tonight, but also we from DG Environment, we have the Green Capital Awards and the Green Leaf Awards for bigger and for smaller cities. And we want to encourage these cities to also make the transition to a greener and a more sustainable economy. And we then hope that all the award winners, present and past, and also those in the room tonight, will then use these enthusiasm and bring it out there and convince citizens to promote the good solutions.
So you want to tell them to also tweet. That's just even the first point to getting stories out there. The first, just the tip of the iceberg. And finally, I need to ask you about the EU urban agenda, because that's very particular. It's very focused on these urban areas, on cities, and how specifically, just in a nutshell, do you think it can help urban mobility?
Yeah, the urban agenda is actually there to mainly focus on governance and to try to bring urban stakeholders into EU policy making, to assist us when we design EU policies, but then also help us and commit to the proper implementation on the ground. And that's, of course, particularly relevant for urban mobility, but also for other urban challenges like noise, like waste, water issues. And actually we have created this urban agenda to assist all stakeholders at local level, to bring them together with other levels of governments at European level, at national and regional level, and also help them, for example, to apply EU funding. I've mentioned it already, to make it easier for stakeholders out there, also local ones, to properly benefit from EU funding to promote sustainable solutions, including also for sustainable mobility.
Thank you. And I have to say also, when I will take that from you, sir, only because I'm the mistress of the clock. Very nice watch, I have to say, but I'm mistress of the clock. And also critical, because I moderated just a week ago in Romania for the Committee of the Regions, and we were talking about active subsidiarity, and it's exactly about who is making those decisions at the right level at the right time in Europe. So thank you very, very much for talking about that, for putting the cities and the urban areas on the map. We know that's where most of the Europeans live. So can you give this gentleman a lovely round of applause? And you may also take a seat there. Thank you very much. So, did you see that I have another assistant in the wings who's wearing, go on, stick your white gloves out. Just put your white gloves there. Yeah, it's all very strange, don't ask. Okay, so I think we're moving on. Edgar, what are you doing, Edgar? Edgar's having trouble with his fingers again. Come, what? What is this? You want to wear this? That's not going to fit on... No, Edgar, no. No, Edgar, no. Would you like me to wear it? No, because I've been to the hairdresser. I'm not going to wear that. That's very sweet of you. I know we've just been talking about cycling with the Commissioner, but I don't need a cycling helmet. Why? Oh, it's a clue. Oh, oh, thank you. All right, now you may go. I've got it. It's a clue. It's a clue. I'm sorry, everybody. It's a clue for what's going to happen next in the ceremony. So, we are going to award the city that clocked up the most kilometers of biking as tracked by a very novel app that was developed by the Joint Research Centre within the framework of European Mobility Week last September. First of all, we're going to have a look at a video. You may clap if you like, I think. And so, to hand over the award to the winning city, we've got a third special guest. I would like to ask to come and join me on stage, please, the Director General of the Joint Research Centre, Vladimir Sucha. A warm round of applause for this gentleman, please. Hello. You can wave at Edgar if you like. He needs a bit of encouragement if you want to give him a little bit of a... Oh, you gave him a pat. He's going to be super happy with that. So, am I allowed to put you on the spot just for a couple of questions, please? Because this is very... Come and join me. Absolutely. Because the photographer will be very happy, I think if you're in the light.
This is the right point.
That's the one. Look, that's the spot. X marks the spot.
It's very smart.
This is fabulous. Looks like a promising collaboration between European Mobility Week and, of course, this SocialBiking challenge. Any facts and stats you can give me about these first results and the scope of it?
Absolutely. And it's surprising, isn't it, that research center is involved in biking, no?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Do you think? Is it surprising?
It should be, but actually to explain, this is part of the research project, behavioral research project, which is looking into how the socializing, how the collaboration is actually pushing people to bike more. And I think this is, as it was mentioned in the video, it's good for city, it's good for environment, it's good for the health for people, and it's good for all of us. But you ask about the figures, they're quite interesting, quite impressive as a research project, as a pilot project. We got 24 cities involved. Right. We had hundreds of participants, and altogether 160,000 kilometers during this short period of time. So I think it's quite good for the starting point.
Okay, and you said there, obviously, first of all, you said it's a bit surprising, isn't it, that it's sort of research and biking, and yet it's about behavior and research into behavior is interesting. So what can you tell us about Europeans biking? Are they enthusiastic? Are they competent? Did you find out anything about their behavior in terms of biking?
Yeah, absolutely. People are very eager to bike individually, and they have been biking individually, but they are even more eager to buy if they are in a good company. Yeah. So I think this is very good finding, and maybe next year when the sample will be bigger, where we will have not 100, but maybe thousands or 10,000 bikers. So I think that we can have more robust data. But already now we know that if we have a good company, we feel better, we bike more, and we are healthier.
Are you a scientist yourself?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you must. Well, that's a stupid question. Sorry, because you just used the words robust data. So that is the word that I love it, that always comes out, robust data, and absolutely critical as well. Obvious question, last one. Do you think we're going to see this next year? I mean, you said, you know, we hope to get more people. So is it for sure we're going to see
absolutely.
The biking
app is
challenge?
Available to everybody. So if you are bikers or you want to become bikers, don't forget to download the app.
Okay.
But the challenge will be done together with Mobility Week absolutely next year, and we hope to have tens of thousands of people biking.
Okay, so are you ready to hand over the trophy to the winner? Well, first of all, you need to announce the winner, and then I need to get them on stage. Will you come with me, please?
Yes.
Can I take that off you? Because you have another set of mics here. Come with me. My very able assistant, can I give you that? Can I just, oh, he's multitasking there, he's very, very efficient. So, I need to ask you to look at that, there's your envelope, to make the announcement for the Social Biking Award 2018. I'm gonna come here.
Okay. Is this working? No.
Is it not working? Can you put this on, guys, or is it dead? Are we good? Try again?
Yes, no, it doesn't work, but maybe we can...
There's always one technical hitch, but we can blame them, you see.
Yeah, of course, it's easy to blame somebody. But what is the most important is the winner, and the winner is the city of Palencia.
Yay! Right, you can give me that. We can go over there. Can I ask you to join for the photo? Here. Come here. Come here. No, I need to hang on here. Okay, hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Come here, because the light, we need light. Lots of light. Thank you for clapping. Hang on, look at the official. He's the official. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, don't move. Don't go. Don't go. Don't move. Thank you. Okay. You may keep smiling. So, a couple of words, unfortunately, because time is of the essence. Who is going to say just a couple of words of deep joy, I hope?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you for the prize.
You're going to speak too. Yes, thank you.
Commissioner Bulc, Mr. Moller, Mr. Suka, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and many thanks. First, to the European Union because of this award. One of the most important of my town has received, and for sure the most international. Second, because of the prediction that SocialBiking Challenge has done of Palencia, a small city located in the north of Spain and very engaged with the Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations. Third, to all the people who participated on this draft, making Palencia the best among the 25 European cities that accepted this challenge. And fourth and last, all the institutions, companies, associations, and people who work every day to improve the quality level of our environment. Thanks again, and just one last thing. All of you are invited to visit Palencia. Commissioner Navracsics was there last year, presiding the official presentation of the European Heritage Year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much for this award and for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I can take that. So, thank you. So, Edgar, you can wave off the very, very worthy winners, and Mr. Sucha, they can have the comfy seats. And please can Mr. Müller and the Commissioner take their seats. Thank you very much. You see, the Commissioner is pleased with you, even if I'm not sure if I'm pleased with you yet, quite. Okay, so thank you very much. Congratulations. Just keep an eye on the trophy. That's what I always say, because somebody might put it in their bag. So, are you all still sitting comfortably? Can I hear you? I'm going to do that British pantomime thing again. Are you all still sitting comfortably? Thank you very, very much. Okay, because we are going to launch straight into the 7th SUMP Award. And of course, we're going to start with a video and find out who the 3 finalists are. Thank you. Commissioner, may I ask you to join me? Thank you very much. It's your job to announce the winner of the 7th SUMP Award. Oh, look, you see, oh my goodness. There is, you know, it's going well here. I think Edgar is very, I'm going to get out of the way then. Hang on a minute, does that work or not? Yes, great.
And the winner is... Do I need to read everything or just the winner?
You need to read everything.
Oh, okay. Then I need glasses.
Oh, do you?
Okay, let me first describe the winner.
Okay.
For using smart technologies to make journeys more sustainable. For the adaptation of its measures to each part of the city. For its ambitious multimodality goals. So, the winner of the 7th Award of Sustainable Urban Mobility is Greater Manchester.
Woo! That's for you. Thank you. They come here. Yeah, come. Yes. More clapping, please. Okay, you all need to step forward. Step forward here, just so you have the light on your faces. Voila. Microphone. Feel free to keep clapping if you want to keep the spirit going. That would be lovely. Thank you. Yeah? Okay. So, who's going to do the Gwyneth Paltrow weepy short speech? It's you. Thank you so much.
We're all short and sweet in Greater Manchester, so
Are you?
it will be really short. First of all, can I thank the Commissioner Bulc for all her great work in sustainable transport and for working with police and other networks. We appreciate it very much. Thank you. Personally, I want to thank officers because they're the ones that do all the hard work. I'm just here just to collect an award, which I'm grateful of, don't get me wrong, but they're the ones who do all the work behind the scenes. And I think the round of applause tonight is realistically for all the hard work, because they do put a lot of hard work in for the people of Greater Manchester. Thank you. And last but not least, thank you very much for the award. We do appreciate it. And you're all welcome to come to Greater Manchester whenever you like. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's very hard for me to actually see you behind this person. So thank you so very much. Congratulations. And yeah, it's brilliant. Look after that. Don't let anybody nick it. You may take your seats, please. And you may also take your seats on the stage. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you, Edgar. So, I'm just going to let them get safely down the stairs. No tripping, please, for goodness sake. We want media coverage, but not for you falling down the stairs. That would not be good, especially as we're talking about walking earlier, and more on that later. So, all good? Hands up, who's tweeted? Who's tweeted? You're so sweet. Look at that. I love that. There's always the best kid in school. So, yes, thank you. Come on. If you don't listen to me, for goodness sake, listen to the Commissioner. Spread the good news. Okay, I should ask this. Who's Facebooking or Instagramming then? Maybe I'm just passé. You are? Which one? I love that. Wave phone. Wave phone. Thank you very much. Okay, so bravo to you, and especially to you, the lady who put 2 hands up at the back. You're brilliant. Okay, so if you need some help because you don't know how to tweet, go and ask her. All right? So we're now going to move straight into the next award. And the next award is, of course, European Mobility Week Award for smaller municipalities. That nearly didn't come out there. The smaller municipalities, okay? Hold your breath a moment, because, of course, we're going to find out who the 3 finalists are. Thank you.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
So, you get to do the honours this time. I'm just going to take a mic in. Can you hear with this, guys? Yeah? Not so good. Thank you very much for that. So that's yours. Or I can hold it as you wish. Voila. Thank you.
So, the European Mobility Week Award 2018 for smaller municipalities, for communicating the benefit of mixing and moving, for the almost 500 bicycle racks at train and bus stops, for its recently launched multimodal mobility app. The winner of the Mobility Week Award for smaller municipalities is Lindau. A warm applause.
Further? Yes, the Commissioner knows exactly where to go now. Move there. Thank you. You can clap if you like. It's great. Thank you. Okay? Are you going to... Oh, you wish to be at the podium? Come. You can be where you like. You've just won. It's up to you. I think you might need that, though. These aren't very good, apparently.
Oh, very
yeah, so... Voila, thank you very much. There you go.
Okay, thank you. These are not very good.
Okay, hang on, I'm for the photographer. Do you mind if I do that?
Okay.
Otherwise you look... There we go. Voila.
Dear Commissioner Bulc, sehr geehrter Herr Müller, ladies and gentlemen, first, I would like to congratulate the other cities, the other finalists, for their good performance in 2018. In my opinion, all cities participating in European Mobility Week are winners. It's an honor for us to be here on behalf of the city of Lindau and a great pleasure to receive the European Mobility Week Award. Firstly, I would like to pass on the warm greetings of our Major Dr. Gerhard Ecker. He would have liked to be here in person, but he can unfortunately not attend due to other important obligations. However, he is very pleased and thankful for our efforts for climate-friendly mobility as in the previous year and this year again. We're very happy about that. Thanks to the support of our mayor and the Lindau City Council, the Department of Mobility Planning of the City of Lindau was able to implement important measures to promote multimodality in the past year. Based on our mobility concept named CLIMO, we have been helping to promote climate-friendly mobility in Lindau since 2016, a short time, and now we're winners. I would like to thank the local Agenda 21 because only with their commitments it was possible to organize the last European Mobility Week. One particular project to reduce CO2 emissions in the city of Lindau is the planned Park and Ship project. Here, Lake Constance should be better utilized as a traffic route. The project envisages that day visitors park their cars in a park and ride car park and then traveled by electric boat across the lake to Lindau Island with its picturesque harbor entrance. I would be glad if you visit us in Lindau on Lake Constance. A fantastic opportunity would be in summer 2021. When the small state horticulture show Nature in Lindau takes place on our historical island. On behalf of our mayor, Dr. Gerhard Ecker, I would like to express Lindau's gratitude and thank you very much. And don't forget, mix and move.
Thank you very much. You may take your notes. Can you please give them a very warm, big round of applause? Don't stop clapping until they've got to the end of those stairs. You may take your seats. And you may take your seats and you may wave them off, Edgar. You may wave them off. Okay, so we are coming a little bit now to sort of the home stretch, but there is more. Edgar, there is more? Okay, so let me just take a read of the audience, another read of the audience. Who kind of feels like they're at the Oscars? Kind of. Be generous. Nobody? Yes, thank you. I feel like I'm sort of at the Oscars. Okay, since I last asked, has anybody else put anything out there on social media? Good for you. Well, yeah, you should though, really, shouldn't you? Because you're a winner, indeed. So I hope you will be that generous with the others. All right, so no delay anymore, because you're going to need to eat fairly soon. We're going to move on to the last of tonight's awards, and of course that is the European Mobility Week Award 2018 for larger municipalities. And as before, we're going to find out who the 3 finalists are, please. Thank you. So, thank you very much for doing the honours for this last award this evening. Oh, look, Edgar, come. I don't think
I cannot without him.
No, Edgar, please come forward. The Commission has requested that you come forward.
I'm asking you.
I think he's weeping. He can't see. He's very emotional. There we go. Edgar, come forward and take your space here.
Here we go. All right, now the first explanation for the winner. For its vision for a more sustainable mobility culture. For giving residents and tourists a real incentive to try out multimodality. For the inauguration of new cycling infrastructure. So the winner of the 2018 European Mobility Award is Lisbon!
You can keep clapping, it's the last time. Come forward. X marks the spot, come forward. Yes, come forward. photographer. Edgar, come with me. Thank you. Yeah? We're good? Okay. Don't worry. You'll get the chance for a few more photos at the end. So, who is going to say some words of emotion and wisdom?
Well, if you don't mind, I'm just going to hug these ladies because they are the first time that they are here. Mine is just the first. So, congratulations to her.
Yes.
It's much of an effort for us being here today. So, I was promised 4 minutes, but I understand that we don't have that much time, so I'll speed up. So
you're a joker, aren't you?
So,
no 4 minutes.
I just want to say that
all right.
we know that, you know, if you look to the indicators, the Lisbon mobility, we are not the best city in the world with the best mobility. But for sure, we have the will to change it faster. And it's all about the speed of the change. And the reason why is that we promise to the next revolution, to the next generations, a better world. We promise our kids a better world. We promise our grandsons a better world. We did it in the Paris Agreement. We did it in the UN Development Sustainable Goals. And we did, first of all, in the white paper of the UN white paper on 2011, with our set of goals for 2030.
Hold it a bit closer. I want to make sure they can hear you.
Very ambitious goals, and all of those goals are for 2030. For Portugal to reduce 26% the emissions of CO2 emissions in the Paris Agreement, go carbon neutral in 2050. On the white paper to have 0 deaths in 2050, but to go free logistics, carbon-free logistics in 2020, to reduce half of the cars in 2030. In the UN development goals, better, safer, more affordable public transport to all. And if you look to the date, 2030, it's tomorrow. And that's why we don't need an improvement, we don't need a step forward, we don't need something to improve a bit. We need a revolution in mobility. And that revolution will not only happen if cities do their role, because if cities don't do their role, we will fail as a society. And therefore, Madam Commissioner, that's why also we need the help of the Commission to do this change. 2030 is tomorrow, and the last European funding package is coming before 2030. And we need the funds also to be directed to cities, so that actually cities can act and do the change. But we need more. We need the new stuff. We need the mobility as a service. We need the shared mobility. We need the connected modes. We need the connected ITS. And for that, we need new language between cities, operators, OEMs, and all the mobility providers that today does not exist. And only at the European level, we can lead this transition at globally, worldwide, and doing something very special in Europe. And why not doing something very special also in Lisbon? I'm very proud of my town. I'm very proud of my guys, and they are doing a great job. And I hope that you all are able to join us. Thank you for the Commission for the award. It does motivate us. Thank you for the jury to the trust, and we are very happy today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And I wouldn't have dared interrupt you because he spoke with such passion and authority. Please clap them as they go off stage because it's really nice. Because we've done all of the awards, and I'm about to talk about the theme for next year, can I hand you, did you want to say something now? I think that might be a nice moment, if that's fine for you, please, so that you're
Thank you very much. This is improvisation, but I'm very grateful that I got a chance. These are my last awards as a commissioner. And I would like to say a deep thank you to all of you, because yes, it's important that we set goals. It's important that we ensure investments. It's important that we put together the white papers, blue papers, green papers. But without you, there is no implementation. So I think that the power of transport union and the transport ecosystem in the last 4.5 years has been in this incredible cooperation. And please keep that in mind and in your heart all the time. Because only if we work together and if we really engage together, listen to each other and act upon our commitments, the results follow. I'm so proud that together with all of you, we put transport back on the political agenda. We brought the topic like decarbonization, digitalization, multimodality, people-focused services on the front pages. And that's what gives you the power to implement. So keep going in this really dedicated and clear direction towards Vision Zero by 2050 in road safety, Vision Zero by 2050 in decarbonization of transport, Vision Zero by 2050 in removing all the paper and all the red tapes, and then really deliver to our citizens, to ourselves, a state-of-the-art mobility as a service. So good luck in all next years, and good luck, and really keep in mind, only together we can deliver tangible results. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And I also, I think it's very important that we should say good luck for you, for your future endeavours. So I would like to give another round of applause, because I think it's nice to wish very good luck to the Commissioner in the other direction. So thank you. Thank you very much. That's for you. So, and I'm absolutely with you there. Without heart, none of it gets done. You are so right. Thank you so very much. So I think I need to just, Edgar. No, Edgar, don't even attempt to go down the stairs. You'll break your neck. Edgar, Edgar, please, come on. Can you call him out again? Say, Edgar, come on. Edgar, come on, Edgar. Edgar, no, come on. Oh, give him a little bit of a round of applause, please. Okay. Now, I know. Let's have a hug. You've had a that's very awkward. Okay, you've had a very hard day, but you know what, Edgar? We're going to do happy things now. Do you know why? Yes, because we are going to launch the video for next year's European Mobility Week campaign. Okay, it's going to take place between the 16th and the 22nd of September, and it's going to have the theme of safe walking and cycling. Okay, now Edgar, you couldn't tell me that, but I think you can use your little chubby fingers to launch the video. What do you reckon? Launch the video, please.
Cities are active spaces in constant movement. In the digital era, the trendiest transportation mode is your feet. By walking, you stay healthy and reach your destination quicker, avoiding traffic jams while enjoying your journey. Alone or with friends, rediscovering your own city, on foot, by bicycle, or in combination with public transport, making a detour to transform a normal trip into extra leisure time. Even on a working day, keep active and walk with us.
You may bow. You may bow. Now, actually, are you quite excited? Yeah, you are quite excited. He was that excited last year. It's a bit embarrassing for me to have to do that dance, but I did it, okay? So there we are. So thank you very much, my lovely. You may stay with me because the ceremony now really is drawing to a close, okay? Can I please just say the thanks that I always do as the hostess, of course, to the European Commission for organising these awards, to you, Commissioner, to you, Mr. Müller, and where do we have to you, Mr. Sucher, for being such fabulous and sparkling guests and presenters today. Of course, huge congratulations to the finalists and to the very, very worthy and very excited winners. Thank you very much to all of you in this room from Eurocities, because it's a hell of a lot of hard work running this campaign and this competition, and for helping to organise this ceremony. Thanks to all of you for supporting so magnificently this evening your peers and colleagues. You can give yourself a round of applause, because it's great to have you being so enthusiastic. And an extra glass of wine goes to the person who shouts out first. Who's the other person I should be thanking? Yeah, the lady in red. Yes, thank you very much. You're from Eurocity, so I don't know. Edgar, can we give him a very, very big round of applause? Yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, and he's gone straight into the table. Okay, so Just a moment before I call some of you forwards for the photographer, we need to just do a few quick photos before you all disappear to drink and eat in this room, of course. Please don't forget to tweet. That's really, really important. Please spread the word. You are the best multipliers that there are. So on that note, can I ask you please to stay here? I will ask you please to come back to the stage. Can the winners come forward onto the stage via those stairs? And can the finalists come forward because your turn will come shortly? For the rest of you good people, now really is the time to drink, eat, and be merry. So I wish you very, very well. I thank you very, very much. Have a good evening and a very safe trip home. Thank you very much for having me. Good night.